Welcome to this week's lesson for test number 3, the Good King, found on page 7, number 33. Before we get started on the instrument, let's talk a little bit about the rhythm in the Good King. This song introduces a concept called syncopation, where the rhythm doesn't line up with beat 1, 2, 3, 4. Instead, it puts an emphasis on beats 2 and 4. It sounds like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Notice how I hold through beat 3, which makes it land on beat 2 and beat 4 instead of 1 and 3. Try it with me. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. How'd you do? If you can do that, you're ready for the rhythms in the Good King. You'll want to watch for measure 4, where there's a rest on beat 1 and beat 4. It's just a little curveball to make sure that you're reading the rhythm correctly. It goes like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Try it again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So watch for that measure when you get to it. Let's go ahead and count, tap, clap the whole piece. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Were you able to clap each measure correctly with me? If so, you're ready to move on to some of the fingerings for this piece. Just like our last test, Jubilee, the Good King has notes that skip around. They don't move up in stepwise motion. Makes it a little tricky for the fingerings. Let's isolate a few of those trickier fingering spots. The first one is Fa to Sol, which are right next to each other. So Fa, as a reminder, is E flat, where the right hand fingers are all down. And our left hand fingers are doing Rock On, or Quiet Coyote. Sounds like this. Then to go to Sol, we're going to lift our right hand fingers . Then to go to Sol from Fa, we're going to lift our middle 2 fingers in the right hand and put our left hand first finger down. It'll look like this: E flat, F, E flat, F. Go ahead and practice that with me a few times. E flat, F, E flat, F, E flat, F. You can also say the solfege: Fa, Sol. Next, let's practice working on Fa to Do. At this point, we should be really good at knowing where Fa is, with the right hand fingers all the way down and the left hand in that quiet coyote or rock on shape. To go from Fa to Do, we're going to lift our first 3 fingers on our right hand like this, and then also lift our 2 fingers in our left hand, so that we're only left with our thumb, first finger, and our pinky. Fa, Do, E flat, B flat, Fa, Do, E flat, B flat. If you can consistently go back and forth between those 2 notes, you're ready to play them. It will sound like this. Let's take a look at the note change from measure 6 to measure 7, where we're going back and forth from Do to Re. We worked on this in the last 2 tests, but let's do a quick review. For do, just thumb in one with our right hand pinky. And going to re, we're going to just release our thumb. And remember, if we're not holding the flute correctly, then it's going to roll away from us. So make sure it's secured in that right hand, thumb and pinky, and then the left side is resting on the knuckle. Practice going from B flat to C, B flat, C, do, re. It sounds like this. Lastly, let's practice going from re to mi, or C to D. Review the fingering for C, where your left hand first finger is the only thing down and the right hand pinky. Then we're going to flip that and put down our right hand fingers 1, 2, 3, lift the pinky, and put down our left hand fingers 2, 3, and thumb. See how it does a flip-flop? C, D, C, D, C, D. Re, mi, re, mi, re, mi. If you can do that consistently, then you're ready to play the piece. Let's work on singing through the Good King. If you can sing it, you'll have it in your ear and know if you're playing the right notes or not. It starts on fa and then goes to sol and down to do. Fa, fa, sol, fa, fa, do, re, mi. Fa, 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 sol, fa, fa, do, re, mi, fa. Were you able to sing along? Bonus points if you can also do the hand symbols. That's a lot. If you can sing it, you're ready to play it. One last little thing about this piece is the letters NB that you see between a few of the measures. NB is short for no breath. We want to work on taking a big enough breath to last for 4 measures. We also want to develop a good habit of not breathing on a bar line after a half note when there's more notes after it. Do you see that from measure 2 to measure 3, you have a quarter note after that half note? We want that half note to blow to the quarter note. It'll sound like this. Notice how I took a big breath and made my air last all the way to the quarter rest on count 1 of that 4th measure. If you can do that, you are using your air effectively on the flute. Great work going through all the little spots in the Good King. Now you're ready to put it all together. Let's play.